What if I told you there is an AI that's making ChatGPT nervous? In just 10 days, this newcomer became the #1 app on the App Store, sent Nvidia stock tumbling, and has Sam Altman looking over his shoulders. Meet DeepSeek R1, the AI that thinks like a human. Hey everyone, I'm Sawan Kumar, and today we are diving deep into DeepSeek R1. Not just another AI model, but potentially the future of artificial intelligence. And the best part, it's completely free to use. Here is what makes DeepSeek revolutionary. Imagine teaching a baby to walk. The baby does not read a manual. It tries, fails, learns, and tries again. And that's exactly how DeepSeek works through reinforcement learning. While ChatGPT was trained on labeled data like a student memorizing textbooks, DeepSeek learns through trial and error, just like humans do. It does not just give you answers, it shows you its entire thinking process. Let me show you what this means in real life. Watch this. See how it's breaking down the problem, questioning its own assumptions, and even double-checking its work. This isn't just an AI, it's like having a brilliant teacher who explains the entire thought process. But here is where it gets really interesting. It's 27 times cheaper than ChatGPT 4. You can run it offline on your computer. No more complex prompting, just talk to it naturally. Complete transparency in its thinking process. Let me show you 3 incredible ways to use DeepSeek. The DeepSeek interface looks like you could write chat.deepseek.com, and that's exactly how the DeepSeek interface is. You'll see if you have an option like we had on ChatGPT to select DeepSeek R1 at the bottom, or select search. So howsoever you want to search, you can write your question, whatever you want, and click on DeepSeek R1 to go into the R1 mode. And if you want a normal conversation with DeepSeek, you can have a normal conversation without clicking on the R1 or the search options. So that's pretty the same interface how we have been using it on ChatGPT, nothing very different. But yes, the approach is very different. The way it responds is very different, like we have already discussed. So, and that's how the interface is like for DeepSeek. And this is how you install it locally. For this, we need to first get into olama.com. On olama.com, we simply click on download, and that downloads the Olama app. I'm using a Mac, so this is Mac for me, but it would be the same if you are now using Windows or a Linux system. So once this gets downloaded, I will look for the models. That is, I'm going to use DeepSeek. In DeepSeek, the version that I would go for is 7B because it is a 4.7 GB size, which is, I can select which one depending on the size. And here is how I run. So this is the command to run. So once my app gets downloaded, I click on Olama 2 app, and once it gets verified, it gets moved to the application, and the application starts running. Now, cool, it's still verified. So what I'll do is, once this is done, it wants us to install the Olama command line. Okay, I do not want to run my first model, that is Llama 3.2. I want to run my model as DeepSeek. So I will open terminal. For you, you can, if you're using a Windows, you can open the command prompt, and I copy paste the code that was here, Olama run DeepSeek R1 7B, and now it is running. You'll see that it's downloading the 4.7 GB of DeepSeek R1. Let's fast forward it a bit so that 19%, 44%, 57, 71, 4 GB, 4.6 GB, and this is done. So once this gets downloaded, it starts running DeepSeek R1 on my local system. So it's downloading some associated files, and once that is done, you will see that it gives us a success message. That means it is now running and it has started thinking. If you'll notice this, it has started thinking as well. Now once this is done, it pauses with the thinking process. I can now type a message. The message that I would have typed on DeepSeek website, I type over here, and I would ask it to maybe do a comparison or something like that. I'll just fast forward a bit. So like the first question that I ask is, can you tell me which is greater, 8.1 or 9.2? And now Llama, or actually DeepSeek, is doing the thinking process, and you will just see how it thinks, exactly how it thinks on the chat.deepseek. It's thinking. So first I need to compare the two numbers, 8.1 and 9.2, and it will show you the thinking process, and at the end it will give you the result on what is greater, 8.1 or 9.2. So I'll skip the thinking process. I'll fast forward it. Okay, so it has done the thinking process mostly, and it is about to give me the result. So that's basically DeepSeek running on my local system. Makes sense, right? So it's still doing the thinking process. It's showing me what all it's thinking. And that's the unique feature of DeepSeek, right? And here is the final answer. The boxed 9.2 is the final answer, and that's what we were expecting. Here it is. So that's how I downloaded it on my local system and was able to use it. And this is integration with other tools. Imagine using this for coding projects with real-time assistance, complex mathematical analysis, scientific research, business strategy planning, and the best part, you can access all of this without spending a dime. Now, let's be honest, DeepSeek is not perfect. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Data privacy considerations with Chinese servers, some creative writing limitations, and occasional censorship issues. We are witnessing a pivotal movement in AI history. DeepSeek isn't just another chatbot. It is showing us a glimpse of how AI can think and learn more like humans.